ease.
What is a really good counter to Undying, right? 'Cause I'm starting to see Undying pop up in a lot of my own pub games, and it's like, what is going to be the best counter, especially into
I think
like to tie up Team Empire's lineup.
they should pick something like Marana that can hit the
Or
tombstone.
Snap, but there's nothing
Snap,
really
yeah.
holding people in place, and I don't like that Grimstroke.
I do.
And
I think it makes Doom's lane a lot easier,
Sure, yeah,
and I
I
think
forgot Soulbind Doom as well for late game.
yeah, they have double Doom, and it makes his lane easier. It's a hero with a wave clear as well, which they lack on like Doom and Bane, which is nice for them to be able to like defend their towers.
I'm just thinking about how they take team fights personally.
They take team fights by initiating them. I think it doesn't matter if you get a really good tombstone down. If two heroes on VP are doomed, it's like super
You're
hard to
doomed,
fight.
yeah.
yeah, you are doomed.
And they have like ways, like when you doom and like your TA like jumps in with all this damage, it's like, I don't know, it feels like if they get the jump, it's good for them. And they can do Roche really well with TA. So right now, like they're kind of fulfilling a lot of things that they need in a draft.
So it looks like, well, I mean, honestly, a lot of these bans are probably going to be similar styles of heroes with the last phase, because into a Mars and a Doom, you just want to not get bodied into the lane. So Monkey King's already removed from the pool, Ursa's being gone now. Wouldn't surprise me to see some sort of range, perhaps, particularly for Empire to be banning out here, so they get rid of the Medusa. Wouldn't hate to see the Drow go as well. Like, you've got the Mars to protect you, you've got the Undying to protect you as well for the laning stage. I think it'd be fine.
The Medusa would have been a decent counter to the Undying Tomb, being able to hit it.
Yeah, would have been nice. But VP are the ones that are more likely to be picking it up anyway, right? So it makes it a little odd. I mean, you could still just opt to go for one of these heroes that has, illusion-based potential as well, because against a Bane, there's not really anyone else that's able to stop the Nightmare, really simply. It feels like you do need multiple heroes in the team fight, and if you're able to just use illusion for that purpose, then it's going to be pretty damn effective.
What do you feel? Something that you'd like to see, Sheep?
I'm just thinking like if what VP are missing is just anything that scales right now.
What about a PL?
Yeah, like PL would. The lane should be fine for PL.
The Scorched Earth's annoying. You've got Stroke of Fate, which is able to do a lot of damage if you get a lot of those illusions. And it is relying quite heavily on DM's Mars to get that great initiation, so it catches out both of the supports. So, but I mean, honestly, how many position ones are there in the pool that want to also be that frontline presence, to be able to help initiate? It's basically just Spectre, and it's not really a good Spectre game.
This is VP, right? So if we're looking at Pure likes playing Razor, Pure likes playing Clinks, Pure likes playing Sniper. Are any of these heroes good? I don't think it's like the worst game for some of them.
It's not a bad
Razor
Razor game.
Pretty great actually.
Yeah. As long as you're just super quick on either locking down the Bane or cancelling the Nightmare whenever it's used.
Yeah. Alright, there's his signature Clinks is gone.
I thought I had a fever dream when you mentioned Clinks. I'm like, did she mention that earlier? But you were saying that it is something they do really enjoy seeing.
Yeah, Razor makes total sense, right? Like, in the laning stage, good against the Doom, at least until he gets a couple of points in that Scorched Earth. If he can get the phase boots, maybe you can run away. But later on, of course, TA, Doom, not really too much that you can do. And again, it's just going to be on the rest of the team to be able to control up that Bane, so you don't get good value out of the Nightmare. So, what has Empire have? I mean, is this going to be a safe lane TA as well, or in the mid lane? Like,
I think they won it against Lina mid.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of mids that do well. It's kind of skill based. Like I think TA can struggle against Lina mid, and it's going to be GPK on Lina, which is like a little bit scary. I do on the other hand like TA into Mars lane just because it's harder for him to wear you down because of the refraction. But I think they put it mid. I think they pick a carry here. I'm just trying to think what they need.
it just needs to be something with high base damage that's able to...
Okay, they're happy putting TA carry. That's fine.
Just try and bully the Mars out instead of letting him bully you.
Well, which draft are you guys more happy for here?
Pretty even, to be honest.
Yeah?
In my opinion. Like, things can go very right in terms of team fight setup if they're able to get the initiation on Team Empire, and the Storm Spirit just gives you that extra potential for that, right? You've got Inkswell plus Storm Spirit diving in onto the backline, so if you're able to, for example, get the Weaver or the Undying before the team fight even begins, great win for you. So I think I agree completely with what Sheep was saying before, in that it's going to be heavily around the vision game, and where you take these team fights is going to be how it ends up.
Yeah, when I look at VP's lanes, I'm thinking that Lena's probably going to win mid against Storm. Razor's going to win top against Doom. Mars always, regardless of that, Mars is just so solid in lane. Like, he's going to farm. So I think VP come out of the lanes like with much more net worth, and then I think they're a better team to be able to take advantage of that.
Well, there's only one way to figure out if Empire is going to be able to strike back, or I did it, or if VP are going to be able to close out this series. We're going to hand on over to Lyrical and Trent, who are your casters for the game.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nat. Yes, indeed. The memes are never dead. They never truly die. As we learned in that terrible last movie in that whole series of things. Trent, you were talking about TB as one of the answers, but you know what's better than TB?
What's better than TB?
You're just supposed to say it. It's TA.
I thought it was a question. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Misa thinks they're going to win.
Oh, God. Stop it. No.
Wait. Well, are we not doing those movies? Wait.
No.
Oh, my bad.
We hit all
now,
three.
Now, this is pod racing.
Yeah, there it is. That's the one.
Yeah, we'll go for the good ones.
But yeah, the TA as a ranged answer for the Razor, who, by the way, was like everywhere at the start of the series. Went on, or start of the like season. We go on a little break, come back, Razor's gone, and now he's back again. Pure playing it.
Pure lightning.
All right, you gotta stop.
What? He's just. He is. That's what Razor is, isn't he? Isn't he like the embodied? I don't know these lore things. It's pretty cool though.
That's fair.
I like how Sand King is just a collection of sand. He's not anything else. He's just sand.
He's like the bad guy in the Spider-Man movie.
That's right. Mr. Sandman. Give me a dream. Bum 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 bum.
Okay.
Zoomers are like, what?
It's not just Zoomers. It's old song.
Some of the boomers are just like, what are you guys talking about?
Listen, that was the song that they chose to make it look old in Back to the Future, which was 40 years ago. Okay? We're struggling right now.
Woo!
Well, man.
Perfect. Luckily, as we all know, Dota will never die, so we'll just do that again another 40 years. It'll be great.
Perfect.
The retirement home LAN parties are going to be sick. We got to get that LAN integration figured out before it's too late here.
That's true. The time will come.
Yeah, eventually, these servers can't hold up forever.
That's what you think, man.
Chris, but then we'll have pocket servers. It'll just be, no, we're not getting into this. No. Fine, what? What do you want to talk about? This game?
We're like a whole minute in, and we haven't said one thing about this game beyond TATB. So we're doing great right now. Man, Coda put the pressure onto Ghost Stick. I was, thinking back to a lot of the time that I remember Ghost Stick in his heyday. And though he doesn't have many games on it, I felt like I consistently saw him on Doom. So I'm hoping to see something good for him this time, as opposed to the last game where that Brood really struggled.
What's my Ghost Stick here? Probably Axe, I think, is what comes to mind, I guess, in my head. The guy was a beast. A lot of people probably don't know if you haven't watched. Because, when was he, really beasting? Was that, 3 years ago?
2017 was when they went to TI.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. But, he was considered probably one of, if not the best offlaner in the region. He was pretty popular. He was some of the people who, didn't watch the region that much would still know about.
Right.
Yeah. He was very, very strong. Oh, TSA not looking so strong here.
No, that's going to be a rundown. Does get the tombstone, though. So a little bit of extra gold for the first blood.
That was a very good play by TSA for a couple regions. If you are being chased by Razor and you are probably going to die, please don't run next to your core. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to die, and then this Razor, who's all juiced up, is going to get, either kill your core or get, 2 or 3 free right clicks for, 100+ damage this early in the game, and that's pretty brutal. Okay.
Nice little deny there to the tower.
Oh, he actually, yeah, but he almost got the courier too. That was almost double value.
Damn. That would have been hype. A lot of pressure up top so far. Actually, all of these lanes looking very good for Virtus.pro off the bat. As we were anticipating, Lina doing quite well mid, 17-7 versus the 10-0 so far. Aragon, so definitely struggling. A couple of range creep denies there as well. That is going to hurt. Already about, what, half a level ahead of the Storm Spirit. I have to watch on that.
That's pretty nice. Oh,
wait a
look
minute.
at that LSA
Mid?
too.
Mid?
Oh, that's
Mid?
so much
Mid?
damage.
Chase.
Oh, God. I mean,
almost
he's
enough.
probably gonna
Trying
live,
to go for an
but-
ult. Oh, when
Dude,
he gets the salvo.
stop!
GPK is crazy. That's the force all the way back to the base, but that
His courier!
also loses his courier. GPK. What have you done?
Dude, just take the win. I mean, you already annihilated him. Oh, well, it's fine. He misses a couple creeps. I gets back, actually.
I want to see how this ends up working out, because, I mean, Aragon is completely wrecked mid now, right?
Yeah,
Like, he had
look
to
at- look
walk
at all
all
the
the way back
network.
home.
He's,
Damn.
He's below the Grimstroke right now in net worth.
Jeez. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Then down bottom, well, speaking of problems, they got Pure going to get ran down. Ghost Stick finds the kill, and TSA trying to make something else happen here. The Tombstone still going to dismantle him, and actually it's Undying that gets the double kill.
Interesting. Man, that was a pretty beastly looking soul rip for
Yeah.
level 1.
No joke.
He's
towards
just
mid
like,
again.
yeah, back to the tower.
He gives up his life yet again. Gone. Forced to sit there as how much going to pushing him back the other direction. But one thing to keep in mind here is that they have already made the move over to bring a hero for rotation. So there's no bottle refill. They have to bring in the Grimstroke instead. TSA makes the TP in, and that's a bottle refill for Storm, who finally hits level 5. But you're halfway to level 6 on GPK.
Yeah, he's going to need a lot of jungle help this game. And keep in mind, he, of course, has a Templar Assassin, so a little bit worrisome. Good news, they have the Bane. I feel like Bane is a good support in these scenarios because you can just like smoke up with someone and go grip and get kills and get back on the board. Doesn't really matter who else is on your team. It's not just the laning stage that Bane excels in. I feel like that little like in like straight out of the lanes is also a really good time of the game for the hero.
That's
Up
gonna be
top, though,
something to
big
watch.
damage on the Lightless. Chase them right up towards the tower's edge. Got a spear on top there, too. Just full pressure while you're just trying to last it.
Yeah, and I mean, Lightless is still having a pretty good game here. 29 last hits already, but you're seeing that they're not shutting down DM. And that's something that maybe is a bit concerning. I mean, how do you really shut down a Mars nowadays anyway, even with a Bane in your lane? Laguna Blade.
I just heard a zap.
Oops.
It turns out not being a kill, because that is a raindrop. Does some good work.
Did he miss? I wasn't even looking mid.
I'm not sure. Coda?
Oh, I'm checking that combat log. I'm getting in there.
All right, do it to it.
Oh no,
Let
he
us
got
know.
Laguna. Just he took 400 damage. It's just he was at 700 HP, so just wasn't a big deal.
I mean, he does get forced back home. So
I think that's
another
all he's doing.
knockback.
I really don't think he was trying to kill him. I mean, maybe like sure he was optimistic about it, but I think that's his goal. He just wants to keep ruining his game.
Yeah. Ghost Stick manages to find himself another kill. This is the sort of lane that is going quite well, I think, for Empire right now. That maybe you wouldn't have anticipated. 30 last hits on Ghost Stick and already up to level 5. Jump in mid. Wants to find something. Remnant out. GPK turns, ready to fight a little bit more. They have a Fairy Fire. Is he going to be able to get her up? Yes.
Oh, that was
and the
sick.
stick charges. A turn. Looking for the finish. Aragon goes down. GPK.
Oh yeah,
what a
tip,
player.
tip. That's what tips are
Damn.
for. Oh man, he missed the LSA too. At least he forced out the dodge, but that was getting really close. Nice use of the Fairy Fires there, and that kill bottom too. That was a Ink Spell into War Stomp there, so that's a pretty cool combo. Ooh,
I mean,
GPK, man, he is popping off this series. Looked so good on the Ember, and now just like a free game right now. Also, did he just tombstone those ancients?
Yeah, he did. Koda's actually level 6 now. This Undying is, I think, higher net worth than the Storm. Yeah, that's what happened.
That is
he's
sick.
having a great game on this Undying, going for a Holy Locket first. What in the hell?
Wow, that was so bold. I love
Dude,
this guy.
I don't know if Ghostic can do this. Lightless goes down to Yamich. I thought that there might have been a rotation over.
I know cares TA.
Yeah.
Looks like she got Laguna.
Okay, making those moves over and over again. And in the meantime, they bring everybody to secure Storm Maroon, and it happens to be an invis. Not what you want as a Storm Spirit.
I bet the comms are so quiet right now. This feels like
For
a
Empire?
quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
Like after that first game, and like I'm sure they can kind of feel that this situation's not looking so good. But they need someone to rally this team right now and just be like, okay, this is how we get back to this game. We need runes for Storm, and we need Fiend's Grips. That is our goal. We can kill anyone with those things. So that should be our plan. I mean, you have Inkswell Storm. They should be able to get kills.
Right. Ghostic there going to TP out. He was looking to make something happen, and there were like some heroes of Empire nearby, but as soon as he gets linked up there, he has to get out. But we'll see if they can make this move. You called for it, Inkswell Storm. GPK sitting mid, but shows himself on the lane, and likely not going to go now.
I mean, they have a ward too, so he sees everything TSA is trying.
Meanwhile, up top, DM makes the move over Yamich, and they are going to take down this tier 1 tower with no real contest.
Meanwhile, GPK is over farming the triangle, collecting the 2 bounty runes.
That's big. God, he's got so much already. Laughing all the way to the bank. They have level 6. No, not yet for TSA. He needs to get that tome. I feel like they need some big double Doom plays here to make this like comeback happen. It's a 4,000 gold lead at 9.5 minutes. It's gone completely off the rails.
Positives. The Storm is past the Undying now.
Sick. Good job.
That's the measure of success in a Dota game, I think.
True. GPK.
Oh, carry.
Nightmare. Trades over the Nightmare. And now...
Oh, hello.
DM is there. Yikes. I mean, he saw them up there with the ward, too, so I don't know. That's just a rough one. DM looking to put nail in the coffin here. Finds TSA. GPK, Laguna Blade, double kill. Now Lightless gonna get hit by the LSA. Ran down. That's your carry, Empire. What's going on? Triple kill for GPK. This dude is a monster.
Well, this is a extremely hard game now. All right, but we haven't even had a Fiend's Grip yet, so I'm going to try and stay positive and not suggest they GG. If they did GG, I wouldn't even be that surprised at this point. It's pretty tough, but if they can keep their mental strong, they're a good team. This is still possible to come back. There's no doubt. It's going to be hard, for sure, but don't mega tilt. Got to use your tools. You haven't even used your tools yet. All right, break out the toolbox. Get some grips. Get some soul binds. This game can still be okay.
You sound like, you know, a dad talking to his kids, you know, telling them how to get you're working.
No,
you know,
when I talk to my kids, I say, like, use your words. Stop whining. You need to use your words. All right? Use your big boy voice.
There you go.
That's how I
That's
talk
different
to
than
them.
this.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I mean, if I'm guessing the core players might need to use the, you know, their non-whiny voices right now. And I don't blame them if they are whining, because this is pretty tough.
This is a tough one. And it keeps getting worse. As time goes on, every minute that's passed, they've gained another 1,000 gold lead over Empire. As just not really that many avenues for them to go down. God, and this Holy Locket already online for the Undying is just insane. Like, how do you kill these people? Fiend's Grip. Down bottom.
Fiend's Grip kill.
They find an opening.
Oh, please, please, please. Okay.
They get him.
Okay, he hit the war stop. We're good. Yeah.
Oh my God, Aragon. Ate a Laguna Blade mid. But does not get brought down. Lina still hanging on to a regen afterwards. Yeah, he's got to go all the way back home.
I'm loving this strategy. Just chucking Lagunas out. Just angry.
Jump
DM.
in.
Oh, he's going to
Finds
catch
him.
Ghosting.
Doom still not used.
Nightmare
Midas
save?
off cooldown. Get your Midas. Or just run away. That's fine too. Backs out. They're still trying to connect. GPK moving over and in. Spots out one. Looks for it. The spear's going to connect. They find that kill. Still looking for more afterwards. Tombstone down. Revealing everybody. Empire, where are you at? The hell is this on both of them? Oh no! They had nowhere to go.
Talk about salt in the wound, man. Like, they're just trying to run, but you can't run.
There was nowhere left. He had a quelly play. They couldn't get through, though. Oh, no. Damn, dude. That hurts. Yikes.
Will Hakoda repass Ergon? Will it happen right now with the Blink Spear?
They're looking for
He
it.
needs something to spear him to.
Wow,
Oh,
there's
he
a
got him.
wall.
That's a good angle.
Sword damage. Oh, my God. Run away. Sure,
Man.
let him know how he feels about it.
That was a sick angle. I didn't think he'd have the distance to actually get that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those like wall spears in the river end up looking a little bit weird. They don't always work. Feels like. Nonetheless, they get out. I mean, for all the struggling that Aragon's had, right? He's only died one time. I mean, he's had to walk back home over and over and over again. Oh my
He's
God.
getting the miles in. You know, he's got a step count way up today.
He's about to do it again, too. Oh my God.
At this point, they just shouldn't kill him. They should just let him walk home.
It's true.
Oh, they get a sentry down, but can't grab him.
They're trying to bait.
Spoke soon. They got him.
Team? DM? He's nearby. Sides. Oh, time lapse. Oh, if DM would have gone, he would have saved him. Oh.
That was double value. By letting him get the time lapse off into the Inkswell stun, they just wasted his ulti. It's genius. Bottom lane,
Big
though.
plays. This is the bigger one if they can get it. Can they kill him off? Lightless, nowhere left to go, and is going to get bullied down to death.
I kind of forgot Lightless was in this game. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Fair.
Oh, mid lane. Lakota! He's ulting and just running at Ergon.
Dude. This is like really hard to deal with.
Can we just change Undying's Aghanims to like toggle Flesh Golem somehow?
Ooh,
I just
I
want
like
to be
that.
this more often when I play this
It's
hero.
true. It
Oh, it's
is
so
very, very neat.
satisfying.
Maybe just lower down the cooldown on it too, or something like that.
Yeah, but he's
Go
already
stick.
kind of good.
Jumps in. They find GPK. This is huge. Can they kill him off though? There's already team running
Oh,
over
so much
from
gold.
the right, and Soul Rip. Oh
The
my God! He
locket.
also has the Holy Locket. That's enough to keep him alive. TSA TPing out, but Ghost Stick, will he be as lucky? Dude, that was so much commitment. Oh yeah.
Go zombies! Chase him to the end.
Where he is. Dude, they find him. What? They didn't have vision. It was the zombies the whole time.
Yo, respect the zombies.
That was awesome.
Hakoda carrying real hard this game, stealing the ancient stacks. You know, this TA could have been just a little bit richer right now. That Deso done so much earlier. Does have it now though. Unfortunately, they're already in the Roche pit. You know, it's only a 7K lead.
That's true. It's also only 16 minutes though.
Well, we're just not going to focus on that part.
Okay.
That's not helpful.
That's right. I think that's the important thing though, to try and like create that separation between those two things if you're Empire. Keep your mind on the positives, you know? You do have double doom, hypothetically. That can come out later. And when you're defending high ground, you know, that's when it's the best moment to fight. Right?
Right?
Okay.
Right. Perfect.
Well, Deso is done now. And, ooh, maybe a chance here. Good nightmare.
Nice nightmare. Damn, that was
Ori.
crazy.
Well, he's going to get found and brought
Oh.
down.
Ulti for me? Question mark. Hit him.
There it is.
Yeah. At least he forced it out with that nice nightmare.
Yo, Lina
I'd
went
probably say, oh,
Scott.
look at Pure. He's just running in.
I mean, what are you gonna do against this? Honestly, there like isn't an answer. Aragon. They have vision of him, but he also has a ward up here, which makes him feel a little bit safer. And instead, they're going up to try and find Ghost Stick, forcing him back. Pure appreciates what Hako's been doing this game. DM got him in the sights, but with Kaori in the area, it's a little bit scary to go all in on this. Nightmare.
DM's just waiting, though.
And Grip. Throws the
Save.
spear. Time lapse. Living. Doom afterwards, but Pure, they back out together.
Look at that synchronization.
Oh,
Like they're,
my God.
they're winning the three-legged race, these guys.
Aragon tries to go now on to this Razor. Will it be enough? They missed the spear, and it is. Pure goes down. DM now trying to pig pull his way out of there, but the chase down is going to be enough. They went too far, and Empire end up punishing.
They even respect by just running away. They do not want to deal with this tombstone, even if they have the numbers advantage. They know they spend a lot to get those kills.
I mean, you know what's interesting about this? Like, we were sort of memeing about how far behind it is and all that stuff, but if you get that double Doom off, like GPK went for this Scotty build, right? Like, there's no Lincolns there to protect it. There's no BKBs yet. It feels like there actually are ways that they can win fights on Empire.
Yeah, that was also, like, pretty spread out, though, from Virtus.pro. Like, they got greedy with their Aegis. It was a very good tactical play from Empire to take advantage of the fact that they were spread out like that. But, like, you know, GPK and Hakoda are anywhere near that. Like, they were, like, almost completely on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
And they still almost got there in time to get the soul rip save onto that Mars.
It's a scary thing, that's for sure. And you definitely have to wait out. Like, that was the best case scenario. The fact that they got that while an Aegis was on Virtus.pro is insane.
Yes, that part's huge because it's letting them push out the lanes right now while the Aegis is still active on Virtus.pro, and that's going to delay like the more important push. They still have 2 minutes left on it, but probably just going to focus on grabbing the outpost here.
Ghost Stick, gonna be found and won't be brought down. Pure can't quite get enough damage out in time to kill him.
They're actually looking for a kill right now, I think, on Virtus.pro because Hakoda just like left that outpost. They just like walked away from it.
Interesting. Courier goes down at the very least. I mean, the way that they're playing this on Empire is super interesting. Like, look at TSA and Aragon right now. They're on the opposite side of the map, just looking to cut waves. And they're actually going to kill off this Ancient stack. This is a good chunk of gold here.
And they know they're here, too, because that's where they killed the courier. So they're just kind of hanging out, farming up all your stuff. And they're not getting a lot of pressure, really. They took the tier 2 mid already. That was great, but they've really lost quite a bit of their lead, like 2 or 3K of it right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is the thing that's super interesting about Virtus.pro, right? Like, we think about some of those earlier matches that they had, as we are going to see Virtus.pro
mana burning them.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Who needs a centaur stomp?
Why does he have mana burn?
I don't know. That's
It's
a weird
only
one.
100. That must have been a misclick.
I mean, it was.
He has a blink
misclick from
dagger.
mana burn. I don't know.
Oh, wait, maybe there's a Lincoln's. Never mind. Maybe someone's going Lincoln's.
Jump in. Good holy locket. GPK still trying to keep this pressure on and punch down the tower to death. They will get tier 3 dead. GPK 20 seconds left now on this Aegis. He's going to make the decision to back out.
Ghost Stick's brain is just a little bit too big. I think he thought they were going to show up with the Lincolns for this fight. That's my theory. Because, like, why else would you have mana burn?
Right. Yeah, and the like need to get off, you know, the Lincolns.
Yeah.
Is like so important to them being able to win a fight.
All right. Well, he's going to get the War Stomp now, so we're all set.
I mean, this is we've seen games that have fallen apart with greater leads than this before. Pure thinking about jumping, goes in, stomp is there, DM afterwards. Oh, the grip and the soulbind together. They got them both caught to the side. The Doom is on the other side for Pure. Do they have enough damage though?
Mars bought back.
This is a little bit scary. TSA going to TP out. And Kaori going to be the one that's left behind, but everybody else escapes.
Yo, I'm vac checking this Bane after. This guy's insane.
Oh, sick.
These grips, man. How? Like, they're actually, like that earlier Nightmare 2 and then that grip mid. This guy is so fast on the reactions. Very impressive.
I wonder if he precast it. He might have.
I didn't,
Like-
well, I wasn't sure if they had the vision.
Right.
Because that's what I was wondering, too. Because maybe they dewarded. That's probably what it was.
Yeah. Well,
That was
nonetheless, with all the abilities down, this is the real problem of the Empire lineup, is that like Virtus.pro can keep going and Empire very much can't if they don't have those abilities up. So this is still going to be a lane of racks in spite of like kind of winning that fight. Or at least not losing it detrimentally.
Yeah, the unfortunate counter, of course, to the Doom, and then thus the Soulbind Dooms will be that buyback or that Aegis, and just like running right back at you. So good for Virtus.pro to just not panic. Like, I think it's pretty scary to buy back that Mars there, and then only get like what, 1 kill I think when he came back on the Bane, and still turn it into a Rax like that. Sort of recognizing that as frightening as that spell is, it's still really the only thing Empire have going for them right now.
This is one of those really interesting moments as well, like in these games where, as hello and welcome back, everybody. We're here. The thing I was going to say, though, is that's really interesting about this is like thinking about the dynamic of these two teams coming into it. Empire, they need to get this win to try and like stave off elimination. And for Virtus.pro, like it's pretty hard for them to get to the major at this point, I think, depending upon how it all works out, because they've played a lot of like those sort of the main people they have left to play are people that are already at the top. So we'll see how it goes. But if you can build some momentum here, maybe one of those later matches they can actually win and start putting some solid stuff together. There's a chance.
They just need to beat Team Spirit.
Right?
Yeah. And then just win. If they just win their games, it's pretty tough. I mean, unfortunately, some of their opponents still have some of their weaker matchups, like PuckChamp, who's been playing very well, still has to play like Mind Games, obviously, who haven't won yet, or
Right.
Unique. I mean, Team Unique,
There you go.
with their unofficial new name, and Hellraisers, who actually look pretty strong. So who knows? That should be very interesting too, to see how Hellraisers and PuckChamp goes later in the series. But Virtus.pro, yeah, they're just trying to stay in Division 1.
Exactly. And already with 1 game lead and now going into this game number 2 with a 7K gold lead and a lane of racks taken, they're well on their way to doing it. But Empire still got some fight left in them. This BKB on Storm is going to be super important. And of course, just the vision that they get and then the fights that they take. This is what they're really looking for. Like, this has to work here. And unfortunately, they don't have Doom.
They are doing the right thing of taking a fight outside of their base and like on the other side of the map, though, right?
Yeah.
That is the more beneficial thing for you to do. Any vision? They see bottom. They probably know, just based on their bottom vision that they've had, that it's mostly top half. I thought maybe they'd smoke Radiant Triangle and catch someone going for that, but so they're just kind of hold back a little.
Lakota saw a TA trap get placed down over on the top side of the river there, and I think that signaled to them, hey, they're smoked up. So everybody from Virtus.pro playing very safe, just going to push in mid and say, all right, you guys need to deal with your lanes eventually. So they will dodge any gank attempts coming from Empire. And likewise, Empire, they're going to TP and trying to fend top. Really?
I think they're just hoping that they won't suspect this, and oh, geez.
Oh, my God.
That was a little close.
Ghost stick. Whoa, man. Oh, God.
TSA is just like, oh, please, no.
Yeah, that's a little terrifying. Yeah. Anything else that's coming up soon? You got a regen rune on Storm. That's pretty good at the very least. Trying to push out this bottom side of the map. They do show Razor bottom, so they might try and go for a play now. And will they go for a smoke? They need to push one more wave, but Roche is getting taken. It's down to half HP already. Oh, this timing is brutal. brutal. They smoke up and Roche is immediately going to die.
I mean, they got their pressure, at least on the bottom lane and stuff, so Shard's still in there.
He's going back for it.
It's like, there's no way they let him keep this, right?
Surely not.
He's like trying to pass it off to someone. Someone take this damn thing.
And there's a battle brewing. While that's happening, Ghostic gets linked up, full duration, doomed, but it's Doom that's doomed, and he dies. And now Fane is also going to go down. Oh, man, that hurts. That one hurts
the
a
link
lot.
off. Yeah, link off before Doom is just the worst feeling.
Yeah.
Obviously, why Razor feels pretty good into Doom compared to most other cores.
They were like passing over the Shard as pure like solo kill.
Yeah, it's just like winning the fight, and they're all like managing their inventories. It's like when neutral items first came out.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, a second set of racks going to go down, and Virtus.pro, they have just completely demolished from start to finish in this game. It has not looked particularly close.
No, they were just missing two of their cores. Like TA and Storm Spirit just did not have games today.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it really does feel that simple. Just like they absolutely crushed the lanes on Virtus.pro. They didn't make too many mistakes. Maybe it wasn't like a flawless mid and I guess can't really call it late game yet, but overall, I would say pretty clean stuff. A big shout out so far to Hakoda, if he's able to close this one out, though. That play to steal the Ancients, oh, yeah. Still look back on that as, like, one of the big swings.
Well, and that was set up because he got that double kill, right? Which is just, like, really good laning as well. So it wasn't just, you know, his good decision-making, but seems like very good technical play, too. PK hanging on with that Aegis, and I was wondering if they're going to fully commit for tier 4s, but it looks like the call is go down bottom and just get that last tier 2 and take it over. Probably the right play. God, Empire. This has got to be the most depressing. What do you do here?
I think they've been asking that for about 15 minutes or so.
You think they got an answer yet?
No, they're still scrolling. I'm trying to figure something out here. They're just reading the most recent Reddit threads, finding the best advice possible.
There it is.
Some liquid Dota, you know, they're going everywhere. They need help. Maybe a little bit of the Dota Twitter. You just put in the hashtag, see what pops up.
Okay.
See if anything will get you out of this precise situation.
There's always a chance, you know? Finding new information. Okay.
Would you say there's about a 4% chance, maybe?
I was going to go less than that, but is that what it said about it now?
That's what it's saying. I don't know. That's a little generous.
All right. This 4% is right here alongside the tier 2 tower. They are ready to go, but GPK, he knows what's up. Look at this placement. Look at where he's at.
Yeah, he's just got the Aegis, too. It's so strong.
You know, if you're DM, do you jump in and arena it? I think you do. He's thinking about it. Goes in, finds the spear onto one. That's onto Doom. Ghostic in some trouble and gonna get the Doom off, but to no avail. They are dead. Everybody's fallen, and I think it's time to call that GG as everybody's done. Virtus.pro, just no mercy.
Oh, well, I don't know. They have the storm. They said, you know what? We can still clear waves. There's still something here.
We'll see about that one. They do a buyback on the Doom, but no abilities at the moment. Empire holding on as long as possible. Jumps there onto the Weaver. Turnaround. BKB out. DM keeping his buddies alive.
Jeez. When the 4 Weaver just forces your BKB with their Orchid, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, good blink away. But then the jump. No BKB for Storm. Has to play it super safe. Dakota with the violent lines to throw out there. Which you love to see.
He's ending careers right now with this Undying.
It's unbelievable. DM jumps in. GG finally going to get called. And, man, Coda with his, I think, first performance here in a pro match, if I'm not mistaken, absolutely shows out. Secures the lane, secures the game. Very impressive stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to come in and look flashy on some roles more than others, and I would say 5 is probably one of the absolute hardest. And he crushed it, especially on Undying, too, of all heroes, to make those plays beyond just the laning phase and be there for some pretty good coverage in the mid game too. Not that he really had much of a chance to shine with like the big heals and the saves because they weren't really in a whole lot of trouble.
Well, and the other thing is like part of the thing that made that so good was the fact that Storm couldn't punish. Storm never got off the start, and that of course goes back to GPK 12-0-5 compared to 2-1-2 for the Storm. It was so difficult for him. And GPK, I mean, this is why he's one of the best players in the world.
He just kept zapping him. Just Laguna, get out of my lane, Laguna. And he did not get to play laning stages. That was painful for a Storm Spirit. I don't know if I've seen one go that bad in a while for Alina. So very, very well played here from Virtus.pro. And Empire, unfortunately, not so much on that upward trajectory, even though they were losing games. This looked like a step backwards.
We'll see if they can take a step forwards next, or if it's going to be relegation for the poor old Empire squad. For now, Virtus.pro getting a little bit of momentum. See if they can keep it up in their next series. But for now, going to head on back to the panel, let them break down all the action.